Hello and welcome to a Smerdp video, and today we're looking at Transformers Legacy Evolution Deluxe Class Scraphook. Now, as far as I'm aware, unless you correct me, there is no such character in the Transformers universe that I'm aware of. However, this is meant to be a Junkian and meant to complement that Junkian team. So on that side, obviously tell me if I'm wrong. I could be wrong. Got plastic-free packaging. We got this beautiful artwork on the side, and then we've got this on the back, which says that he can join with a Marder Universe hotshot. I guess because that was one of the other figures from the line. I don't remember Scraphook being from a Marder. It certainly doesn't say that he's from a Marder, so I guess they've just put that in. Now, I don't have Hotshot anymore. However, I will try and combine him with another Transformer. The best I can. And then on this side, you have beautiful artwork. So let's get Scraphook out of his... Well, he's not plastic. Out of his environmentally friendly cage. Okay, so here is Scraphook out of his packaging. And he does certainly look like a Junkian. He looks like he's missing an eye, perhaps in battle, perhaps they didn't give him one. And the colors certainly seem Junkian. The red, the sort of the brown, and the darker browns. There's two styles of browns and a lot of gray as well for his art mode. And it does look very, very cool. Now, firstly, he has this sort of what looks like a weapon on his thing, like he fires this off or something. And then he has this on here, which, as you can imagine, has a hook. Now you can, I'm trying to be careful not to knock the thing. You can take the hook out and you can put it on there if you want, which is pretty awesome. Now, I guess what would have been really cool, nope, is if, oh, actually, no, wait a minute. Come on. Oh my goodness, all right, I've just popped that off. But you can. No, you cannot. Anyway, I've just shown you that you can take parts off him if you want. I was really hoping you could put the hook on there. That would have made some really, really cool sense. And it did, it did look like it was a similar sort of peg to the hand. And I'm just almost knocking off this as well. And I've actually lost the hand. Where has that hand gone? Oh, man. This is embarrassing. Always happens when I'm on camera. 5 excruciating minutes later, I'm back. Just to be clear, don't take the hand off. It's more trouble than it's worth. But all best intentions, I generally thought that would work. And it makes sense, surely, that Scraphook would have a hook for a hand. I think it's sort of comical. But anyhow, we are back. So on the back, you can put the weapons on the back piece, which is pretty cool. Look pretty decent. I will show them in his hands in a minute. And then you can see he does have this sort of backpack, but I don't think it's a big deal. And then he just looks really, really nifty and sort of cool, etc. So let's look at articulation. Now, because parts pop out so easily, because that's what he's designed to do, he's meant to combine with other figures, etc. Just parts pop out very easy. I think that's what I'm trying to say. So I'm expecting things to pop out now. Now, there's a hollow piece in there, which I found a bit weird. But hey, it is there. The head sculpt still very, very nice. The arm can go all the way around if you get it sort of in the right positions. It can sort of go up like that. It has a single, which is nothing new. You can swivel the hands, especially now that I've popped it off. This bit can rotate all the way around. He can do the 4 splits. He is one flexible dude. He has no swivel on the 5, which is interesting. Single there. You can move this around. It's actually quite flexible, considering, oh my goodness, I just dropped that off. See what I mean? So, and you know what? I think that's what I like about this figure. It reminds me of those old days where I'd have broken toys and I would just pretend that they've had stuff blown off and they'd be like, hey, I can still fight because I'm a superhero. So that stuff is pretty damn cool, and that's why he's called Scraphook. So anyway, I'm going to transform him into his Art mode. And even though I don't have Hotshot, and I'm really sorry for that, because if I had seen it, I would have done my recent reviews differently. And bear in mind, he changes the 70 steps. I will still try and transform him with another transformer that I've got. Whether it works or not, well, is another thing, I guess. Apologies, I did intend to show you with the guns, and you can see they just sit very, very nicely on there, and they do look very, very cool. And I'm looking forward to where they go on the actual on the transformation, because they just look like they slot in somewhere really, really nicely. They're just very well designed. The fact that he's got two is also very, very cool. So I will go do what I said I would do, transform him. Okay, this looks very, very cool, but one thing I will say is the transformation is not all fun. This whole first section is brilliant. I loved it. The arms are an absolute nightmare to get in there. I'm not kidding. And I really didn't have fun. And I feel like I didn't transform him wrong either, but it took me a while to get it right. So, plus parts pop off really easy. I'm not even sure that I put them back on correctly. So just note, when you're doing this, just be better than I am, I guess. Those bits, his guns, this is where they fit, and they just look absolutely stunning. It really does look like a really nice little fun car going on here. It reminds me of that car out of, what's that Disney film? Cars. Yeah, like I had to think about that, really. The only bugbear is the hands. You can see the hands in there. It's not that bad, but it does take away from the amazing look of this figure. It clips really well together. You put the wheel, that spare wheel on the back. You got the little hook here. You can move it a little bit. I guess if you take this out, you probably could move it a little bit more. Then you've got the exhaust pipes at the side. It just looks very, very, very well done with some really great detail. So I'm really impressed with this. So what I am going to do is I am going to try and separate him, and I'm going to use the figure that I've got next to me, crankcased, and I'm going to give that a shot. So anyway, I'm going to go get that done, and I'll be back in, well, now. So here is a Scraphook combined with a crankcase, and I've got to admit, when I was doing this, I've probably made some complete changes to how Hotshot would have been done. Obviously, Hotshot has his own gun, for example, so they recommend that these go on other parts of the body, etc. It probably does look better with Hotshot, but I feel like I didn't do a bad job combining this. Now, the only bit that was really irritating was this piece doesn't seem to connect to anything as far as I could see. So I thought that was a bit bizarre, and it probably frustrates me a little bit that this is just like an odd bit. It doesn't make sense because that's part of Scraphook's body. So if he's combining with somebody else, you'd want him not to worry about the part of his body that could get blown to smithereens. Sorry, that's the right word. However, the good thing about this, I mean, they've created this bot that combine with Hotshot and probably other bots, as you can see, and you can make your own combination, which is probably a lot of fun for kids, and that's the fun thing about it. This gives me great hope when we get to Transformer Energon figures and Power Links, because if you remember, Hotshot combined it with Rodimus Prime, for example. Also in Armada, Jetfire combining with Armada Prime. That's a big transformation, one that I am very excited for if they do, and if the rumors are true, which 90% of the time they are. We're going to get an Armada Optimus this year, I believe. Don't quote me on that, because I could have not been looking at things correctly, but it gives me great hope that things are going to be done right. And perhaps these are the sort of testing their waters, testing their abilities to go into proof. So in a whole, you've got the arms are actually under there. The front is on the side. You got the, just turn it back, you got that wheel on the front, which fits perfectly with a crankcase. It just looks like it was meant to be there. And then you've got the guns that go there. I also did this as well, so you can have them up there, which looks very cool when he's not firing, so you can get another gun in there. The only thing that does is it restricts the movement off that arm, but certainly could work. And then I put the hook at the back, because I didn't really know where to put it. I guess the thing with crankcase is his legs, the design on his legs make him probably not the best candidate for having bulkier items added, but I've made it work, and that's the important thing. So there you have it, Scraphook combined with a bot. I was really worried that I wasn't going to be able to achieve something that was showable, but even if it wasn't showable, I'll show you and say, hey, look at this crap that I made. Anyway, hope you liked my video. If you do, please support my channel by subscribing. We appreciate that. Make sure you look after yourself, very important these days. And as always, embrace the geekiness. Take care. Goodbye.